It is a big night for the Democratic National Convention in Chicago. On this third day of the event, Minnesota Governor Tim Walz is the main attraction. He will formally accept the party's nomination for vice president in just a few hours. Our Corin Hoggard has been live there all week. He joins us again from inside the United Center. Corin, what will people learn outside of Minnesota about the governor tonight?
Well, Randy, they're definitely going to hear a lot of personal stories about Governor Walz from people who've known him throughout his life as a coach, as a teacher, as a soldier, as a leader, and even just as a neighbor. And then they'll hear from the governor himself as he tries to make the case to voters to vote for a Harris-Walz ticket.
Tim Walz skyrocketed from Minnesota to the national stage 2 weeks ago when Kamala Harris picked him as a running mate. Democrats are now projecting his folksy image for every voter to see.
You can tell those flannel shirts he wears don't come from some political consultant. They come from his closet, and they have been through some stuff. They have been through some stuff. That's right.
Team Walz ate up the attention on Buffalo Plaid at the Minnesota Delegate Breakfast Wednesday, and they shared their enthusiasm for the governor and his background with prominent national Democrats.
I have seen candidates and campaigns and parties invest millions of dollars in trying to make their candidate seem like the kind of guy who would be a football coach and a teacher and a 24-year National Guardsman. Tim Walz literally is that guy.
The Trump campaign has attacked Walz's service record and released a letter Wednesday signed by 50 Republican veterans who repeated debunked criticisms about his final rank and the timing of his departure from the National Guard. The convention will hear from a fellow Minnesota Guardsman and several former students, including Nate Hood.
He's just somebody who's always there for people in his life. And I think that's something that you can see with, I don't know how many former students and players we have that came all the way to Chicago just to be part of that.
Nate says we can expect some surprises tonight. He's actually part of the festivities and doesn't know what's going to happen. In fact, the convention starts here in less than half an hour. We don't even have a schedule yet. We usually have had it about an hour before now. But we do know that John Legend and Sheila E. will be singing Prince's Let's Go Crazy as part of the introduction to Governor Walz. And then the formal nomination will come from Senator Amy Klobuchar and a former neighbor to the Walz family named Ben Ingram. We'll be watching all that throughout the night, so stay tuned here and online at fox9.com. For now, we're live in Chicago. Corin Hoggard, Fox 9.
All right, Corin, thank you. Fox 9 has been bringing you live coverage of the DNC all week. Join us tonight on Fox Local at 8 o'clock as well. Again, Governor Tim Walz set to address the convention this evening. Then tomorrow, join us for another political special at 3 o'clock and a full hour of live DNC coverage. That happens at 8 o'clock.